Anyway, as highly knowledgeable elasmobranchologists, people who study sharks, we are very knowledgeable in this field. We've watched 2 or 3 documentaries, read a couple of articles in the Sunday Times. We are discussing as to whether sharks are really that dangerous. I mean, what do you think, Professor Beluga, even though you're not really a professor?
Sharks can be dangerous if you swim near fishing boats. I advise anybody swimming near fishing boats where they're throwing dead bits of fish overboard not to do that, because that's very bad.
Yeah, that is a definite avoidance strategy. That if you're going out into the swimming the ocean or surfing and you see fishing boats and fishermen throwing
dead bits of
bait and chum, then that's a definite time to avoid going into shark.
Yeah, throwing fish livers into the ocean and bits of fish guts. It's not a good idea to be swimming in that area.
Yeah.
And also, best not to actually thrash around a lot like a victim, because the sharks will actually sense it with their electrosensitive noses.
They are highly electrosensitive. Sensitive.
Yeah.
Have you got any thoughts on how dangerous sharks are, Professor Guildford?
Yeah, shark attacks are bad karma. People who are bad people are more likely to be attacked by a shark.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna make the shark victims and their family very happy to hear that. We could end up being quite sued.
Clean your conscience and you will be safe wherever you go.
Yeah, because actually, if you believe in something like God, it will protect you from sharks.
Sharks are gods. That's what. The islanders believe that. They're also their ancestors. They're gods, ancestors, sacred spirits.
Don't go swimming at night like some famous celebrity, or early in the morning like some famous celebrity, because
dusk and dawn and night.
Because that's when the sharks are coming out of bed to eat things.
Yeah. That's when they're most active. And don't wear shiny jewellery either. Yeah.
But if you do have breast implants, they will actually keep you up out of the water more. So the little sharks won't nibble your toes.
Yeah. They're also poison. Yeah. If you wear fake boobies or if you have Botox, try to avoid being eaten by sharks, because you will poison them, and that's not very nice to the shark, is it?
Yes, they tend not to go for humans because of the silicone in their lips and their. Women.
As you can tell, we are very knowledgeable in this area. Like we've studied for years in sharkology.
Yeah, from very very keen observation on TV and on radio, yes,
and the internet, and satellites,
and IT, whatever it is.
And we've done quite a few dives. Not like no lies, done a few dives.
Yes,
but
not actually into the ocean. Funnily enough, into swimming pools.
Yeah, and paddling pools. Yes. Yeah, so we're not telling lies when we've said we've done a lot of dives, because
haven't observed very wealthy people during the 1980s, and they're very much like sharks.
Yeah.
Don't tell lies. Every time you tell a lie, you go to hell the day you die.
Do any of you two have any really interesting things about sharks? What you find really interesting? I mean, until I started researching, I never realised that they were cartilage. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, not the people that fought the Romans. These are actually
Carthaginians.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're actually the way that they're actually made up of cartilage.
Yeah, so they don't have bones.
Yes, so they're very springy in the water, and they're very rubbery, like those rubber toys you get.
Rubber. Yeah, it's important to remember sharks are not worms. That's very important to remember that.
Yeah. Well, there are quite a lot of different types of sharks as well. We've got 9 different orders and 500 species, and
You've got the lemon shark, and they don't taste like lemons. They taste like shark fish. You've got the hammerhead, and they don't do DIY, but they do
Yeah.
hammers for eyes, very sticky outy eyes that are
Yeah.
involved. And
I,
then you've got the saw shark that
yeah.
saws up its dinner.
I think it's a lantern shark. There's a shark which is called a lantern shark,
Yeah.
which is no bigger than the size of a human hand.
Ah.
So they come in all shapes and sizes.
Does that one live deep, so it has to have used its lantern to see by night and by day?
I can't say I've taken that detail. I mean, you know, some shark species do go very deep.
Yes.
You know, they exist all over the place.
But not into religion.
No. You know, we don't get religious sharks, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great white shark. Why is it so great? Just because it's white?
Well, it's a bit like the white elephant. Yes, it's more useful for cleaning up the oceans and making sure not one keeping those fish numbers down.
Anyhow, Professor Guildford, you have been studying the effect of wildlife influences. What are your thoughts on these wildlife influences?
Yeah.
Or some of them, not necessarily all of them.
But there are allegations they fiddle with sharks' fins, and shark fiddling is a very, very serious offence. Please don't fiddle with shark fins.
Yeah,
It's
and
very
also
naughty.
Michaela McStracken, or whatever her name is, she's actually not very tasty for sharks. She's too skinny, so she needs to fatten up a bit.
Yeah,
Whoever she is.
yeah. Eat some pies before you swim
Yeah.
with the sharks. That's
Yes.
advice. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the issue is that sometimes they're not toys, these sharks. You know, they're not playthings. It's not advisable to approach a shark. Some of these influencers have actually been diving, you know, as if to say it's all right to go up to sharks, but you know, you've got to treat them with a lot of respect and caution.
These are not dolphins. You don't fiddle with them and throw beach balls around and then let them catch them into their little noses.
No, definitely not.
Yes, these are actually very, very much more like adult predatory animals.
Yeah.
You know, these are not like little puppies.
No, they're not toy things, so you shouldn't really be approaching them.
Yeah, you shouldn't really be tickling them under the little noses and seeing what pretty little things they are.
Yeah. I mean, the film Jaws was a disaster for the shark population. I mean, they've got a very important role in the ecosystem of keeping other fish populations down, and
Yes.
after the film Jaws.
The problem with Jaws is that basically it was the size of a small chest freezer after humans constantly, and that's not sharks. Sharks are more interested in fish. They are actually fish, so they actually prefer eating fish because they don't come across humans in the normal environment. They've not got a taste for them. But maybe if humans have spent a lot of time, longer in the ocean, and after a couple of million years, they'll get a taste for humans, because then humans will be more available.
Maybe, but then the surfing sheets can't be that tasty.
No, a bit too.
Maybe they should lace them with chocolate.
A bit too wobbly, as the Chinese say. Wobbly.
Yeah.
They can't pronounce rubber. They say wobbly.
Yeah, if you want to be nice to a shark, they do give it a bar of chocolate. They love chocolate.
Yeah, and they love pizza and cheese.
Yeah, pizza and cheese. Yeah.
Especially with a tuna topping.
I'll get some chocolate.
Oh, that's nasty. That's nasty, Professor Beluga.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
Oh yeah, they do
professor.
tend to like to be warm, sharks, because they can't actually produce warmth in their blood.
No, yeah,
So you have to actually move to warmer
Yeah.
latitudes. They have to move to a warmer area.
yeah. Some sharks have to keep swimming. Not
Yeah.
all of them.
It's a little bit like when you get a family that's their house is a bit too, they don't like living in Scotland anymore, so they have to move to Spain because they want to find the sunshine. They want a bit more. They want a better tan, so they move to Spain to absorb the rays of the light.
Yeah. Well, some sharks have to keep moving, and others, you know, just lie at the bottom of the
Yeah,
ocean,
just-
waiting for their prey.
They're just passive aggressive, really.
Yeah.
Waiting for shrimps to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what that shark is that just lies around and just like a carpet.
No, I can't remember that one. Yeah, it's called a carpet. Let's just call it a carpet shark.
Yeah.
Hence the phrase carpe diem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because sharks do like to see things every day.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of species, and you know they do behave
Oh yeah,
in very
sharks do
different
tend
ways.
To,
Yeah.
do tend to eat other sharks. I think it's easier that way.
Yeah.
You know, because you prey bigger sharks, you tend to be bullies, and you tend to eat the bit smaller sharks.
And some sharks do live to quite a long time, and the females can't start making babies till they've lived for quite a few
Till they're
years.
middle-aged, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that's quite an interesting fact. I never knew.
Yeah.
That,
That shark that lives up in the northern parts. Can't remember what it's called.
No, I can't remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, have either of you two ever been attacked by a shark?
Yes, I once was in Bournemouth.
All right.
Yeah. Most of my leg was chewed off. Of course, the surgeons reattached it.
All right.
Yes,
Well, would you like to show your scars?
yeah, here it is. There's a little scar here, just under the sock here.
And there's another one going on
Here.
to drop
Here
on
you can
your-
see-
No! Oh!
Some people think that's elastic that's been digging into my leg, but that's actually shark. That's actually shark damage.
No!
Okay, we've done enough.
Yes, well, as you can see, we are very knowledgeable, and I hope this has brought a whole, this has enlightened you about the life of sharks.
Yeah, not all of them are bad. Some of them are actually good. Actually
Yes.
after your dog.
Say goodbye, Virgo! Goodbye!